Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 12th, 2017, and today is Wednesday morning. Just keep in mind, tomorrow night we're having a live webinar, and it's going to be at 8 o'clock South African time. There should be a mailer coming out later today. But let's look at the economic events of the day. We're going to start out at 10:30 South African time. Average earnings index coming out of Great Britain. So we'll look at that in a second. And then it's a big day for the Canadian dollar at 4 o'clock South African time. Bank of Canada rate decision. That's a major number for the Canadian dollar. We'll look at that. And then at the same time, we're going to have FED Chairman Yellen testifies in front of Congress, and that's going to be at 4 o'clock South African time. So we're going to look at the USD as well. And then surely enough, we have our weekly oil inventories. That's going to be at 4:30 South African time. And then, of course, followed by 5:15 South African time, Canadian dollar, Bank of Canada press conference. So a lot of news coming out today, a major news coming out on the Canadian dollar. We'll just take a look at that just momentarily. But first look at the Euro USD. Amazing move today. Let's see what's going on. So we're looking here at the Euro USD at a weekly chart, and you can see we're just above this resistance line right here. Let's get the crosshairs right there. We're trading at 114.76, so we're clearing this resistance level. This is a major move. Okay, so if we hold this line, I definitely believe we could see 117, 118. Look at that. Okay, look at that. It's volume, and that's, you know, persistence, and it's not just a wick, it's a full candle that's above this 1436. So we're about 40 pips above it. So take a look at this and see if it does maintain its momentum today. I'd like to see it maintain the momentum for it to full out. Now, GBP USD, we mentioned this yesterday, it was weak compared to the euro. Okay, the GBP showing weakness here versus the dollar. Okay, it's going down where the euro is going up. The GBP is going down versus the dollar. So a tremendous weakness here in the GBP. I believe we'll continue seeing a sell-off, maybe going back to 127.73 and just to, you know, continue further its decline as it's being beaten up. So like I said, keep this on the radar because it could be exciting as the week continues, as we further sell off here. Looking at the USD Japanese Yen, finally taking a little bit of a breather from our nice rally from 109 to 113. This is actually the first time we're having this, you know, type of sell-off, you know, for as elongated sell-off, I mean a full day sell-off, as you can see here. So, you know, maybe we'll be, you know, coming into 112.89-ish level and then further taking it up. Okay, so just keep an eye on this as well as this unfolds. Looking at gold, nice pivot point yesterday. We finally bounced from this 1207 level to 1220. Remember, resistance, previous support is subsequent resistance. So right here at 1221, we have a little bit of a resistance level. So keep an eye on that as that unfolds. Looking at oil, we're, you know, trading within this range of $42 to $47, and right now we're just a little bit above, I would say, the mid-range of that. Okay, $45 being the mid-range of that. So yeah, not much to mention about this besides, you know, maybe we'll go down, maybe we'll go up. It's hard to really tell at this stage because things have been a little bit tight and a little bit erratic with what's been going on with oil. So, you know, if you do trade the news, okay, this might be an opportunity as we get above this area to actually fade and anticipate that's going to go down. We've had this previous support level here at 45.65-ish level. So may anticipate, you know, this to be a bounce and then a further decline. I mean, oil has been very weak relatively internationally because of what's been going on. Yesterday in the Dow Jones, we had a what we call a flash flood, selling off from 21,380 over 200 points on just news, and then coming right back subsequently. This does happen in the markets every so often. If you got caught off guard, just keep an eye on that. But ultimately, we do have a resistance level here, I would say between 21,393, and it looks like it wants to go down. I mean, I don't see an impetus to go up. It's very hard right here because it's flatlined since, you know, since the beginning of last week, I would say. So, you know, really hard to say which way we're going to go right now. But you know, ultimately looking at a daily chart, if we look at a weekly chart, you see that we're, we're kind of sideways trading here for the past month. So, just keep an eye on that and just be realistic about future expectations. We are going in, like we are in the middle of the summer of it, so things have been very weak. Looking at the DAX here, we finally bounced off of here, but we are not really rallying, which is disconcerting a little bit, which I would have liked for us to bounce a little bit harder. So this may be an indication that we'll be going further down. So just keep, an eye on this to see if it does not follow through, and it does break this 12,364. That's a great short. Okay, so keep an eye on that. USD CAD. Now we're at support level here as the Bank of Canada has its rate decision. How opportune, right? So just keep an eye on this. If it doesn't hold this line of 128.65, we could definitely see it correct itself to 126.39. Okay, but just keep a, just realize the fact that we've, sold off almost, 100 and so pips here from our all-time house. No, excuse me, 1,000 pips here from 137 to 128-ish level. So just be realistic about, how much it's going to be going today, because this thing has been, getting stronger versus the USD for quite some time. So, if it's going to reverse itself, have to see how further it's going to reverse itself and see if you can catch that move. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.